Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behavior, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. And today we are going to review Spider Shot from the Spider-Man Retro Wave. This is one that I was not really looking forward to at all. This was one of those, I'm gonna get him because I'm gonna buy the whole wave type figures. But when I got him in hand, was my opinion changed? Well, we're gonna find out right now. Yeah. It was. First of all, he looks great in the packaging, but then again, he always looks great in the packaging. You could put me in this retro Spider-Man packaging, and I would look good in that carbonite prison. But then you take him out, and he still looks rather striking. This is a bold Spider-Man costume, and a big departure from what we expect from the web slinger. So let's take a little closer look at this guy. Getting him off of the ludicrously expensive Spinatron 2000, we have Spider Shot. Now this is a version of Spider-Man from a different reality where he teamed up with Wolverine. This is based on the Spider-Man and Wolverine crossover one-shot comic from the 80s. There you go. Sorry, regurgitating information is always difficult for me. I have to access different parts of my brain. It's a whole thing. But in that story, Spider-Man accidentally kills someone. Not his fault. She kind of engineered him to do it. But in our 616, Peter he gets over it. He deals with it. He knows it wasn't his fault. He moves on. Continues to be the Spider-Man we all know and love. But in this reality, Spider-Man says to himself, you know what? I've done this thing. Let's double down and actually keep on being the black hat, badass type superhero. So it's a bit of a Black Widow, Punisher style Spider-Man. I do believe, I can't remember the story, I read it, but it was it's a long, long time ago. And to be honest, anything that happens like after 5 minutes for me, it's hit and miss as to whether or not I'm going to remember it. But yeah, he basically becomes a secret agent, Spider Shot, working for the government, taking out targets, being a badass. And this costume just, it resonates badass. I believe it's on the Vulcan body, stop me if I'm wrong. Basically, he doesn't have toe points. He doesn't have toe articulation. But besides that, he's got what you would expect. He's got the ab crunch right there. He's got the torso swivel. So he's got good articulation. He's nice, he's fine. But there's not much else going for him besides what you see right here. What you see is what you get. Okay, but what you get is kind of interesting. By no means essential. This is not, if anyone looks at your collection, they're not gonna go, hey, where's Spider Shot? Like, nice Avengers team, nice Spider-Verse, love the X-Men, but you haven't got Spider Shot? No one's gonna say that. But if you do like this design, this is one that it would behoove you to pick up. This, I think, was based slightly on an Alex Ross design that Alex Ross did for the original 2002 Spider-Man movie. Obviously, it wasn't used, but it was kind of kept on file, and someone went, let's harken back to that. I love the black lenses. Let's go from the top down, shall we? The head sculpt, only one head sculpt. All right, so you're looking at different places they could have put more value in, but at the same time, and this is all we ever really see of Spider Shots. There's not really much call for a different look. Love the squinty eyes. Love the furrowed brow as well. You can see there's a mean expression going on this face. Under the mask, you can see that he's focused and aggressive, and that's kind of cool. Peter Parker is always everyone's whipping boy in the Marvel Universe. He's always the butt of people's jokes. Even the Avengers and other heroes are like, oh, Spider-Man, wah, wah, wah. Where it's like, no, this is a Spider-Man who's going to shoot you in the face. Okay? I kind of like that. I kind of dig it. And this face tells you that. Especially also the fact that it's not in the bright, bold, popping, fire engine red that Spider-Man normally has. This is in a much darker, muted kind of red. Is it burgundy? I don't know. What I do know is that it just looks meaner. It looks really cool. And then you've got the Spider logo on the front and the back, kind of similar to Ben Reilly's sensational Spider-Man costume. And on this figure at least also, the lines are very clear, very distinct. There's no smudging or bad paintwork on here. It's a very nice, neat job that they've done with that. And at a glance for a second, I was thinking, this is just a repainted body. There's nothing new or extra. At least I will say, they do have little pockets and pouches on the side here. It's not a lot. I'm not going to take Hasbro out to dinner and, buy them drinks and say thank you for adding pockets, but it's something. It's something that makes it not just a repainted body. And the detail on the pockets are quite nice. You've got the little lids there and the lines that go down, so there's something. There's a little bit of extra work done. And I can appreciate with a lot of Marvel costumes and concepts, there's nothing else you can add. It is what it is. Unless you want to add extra paint. And you're not going to do that. So this is what we have here. But what we also have is an extra pair of hands with a finger gun position here you can put in. And this is cool. I like this. And what's also really, I mean, this is straight out of comic book artwork. There is a very distinctive picture of Spider-Shot just bam. Kenny Omega style, the cleaner. Bang, goodbye and good night. And he's got the blast. I think the blast comes out of his web shooters. His web shooters are redesigned to just be bullet shooters. So here, you can actually port the blast effect into the palm of his hand. It's a nice touch. I got to say, that's a really nice touch. So he has finger guns for both hands as well. So you can put this guy in some quite fun poses. I do like it. And then of course, being the Vulcan body, if it is the Vulcan body, I think it is, then you've got all the extra, articulation with the thighs, the calf, all that kind of thing. So you can put him in dynamic, swinging, gymnastic sort of Spider-Man poses. You can have fun with this guy. That's why I love Spider-Man figures, because by the very nature of the character, you can get very creative with how you position him and how you pose him on your shelf or wherever it is that he's going on a flight stand, he's gonna look good. That is really, really great. But besides that, I can't really add anything else because, as I said, there's no call, there's no classic distinctive unmasked head that he could come with or any other accessories that would lend themselves to making this character more than what he already is. The only thing that they could have done really to zhuzh him up is add extra shading, which they haven't done, or maybe they could have sculpted the spider design in the chest. They could have done little things like that if they wanted to, but it's a shame and it feels like a cop-out. This is almost like a little bit of a rant here. I might just this is something I could say in any video. It's kind of a problem with the style that Marvel Legends are going for. It feels like they're so beholden to the design of the character in a 2D concept that they're not willing to do anything else to make it worth more money or feel better in a 3D concept. Because on the page, this character, he is flat. It's not like the artist drew, Kevlar texture or anything on here, because it would have taken forever. It's not practical for a comic. But for an action figure, some texture is sometimes essential to make it look good. If there was more texturing, like a Kevlar kind of pattern or something on here to make it feel like a more practical, real-world costume, yes, it would be kind of a reinterpretation of what's on the page, but also it would work better as an action figure. And honestly, hand on heart, I don't know where I fall. There might be some characters where I would think, well, yeah, it does look better, but it's not exactly like it is on the page. So I don't know, I think I prefer cooler action figures that aren't 100% the same as the artwork, but that's just me. That's how a player's guts to be. You might disagree. Let me know. Comment below. I'd actually be really interested to hear that. Do you want comic book accuracy or do you want cooler action figures? That could be quite a big debate right there. But you know what? We're not talking about that. We're talking about this guy. So let's give him a grade. So for the Marvel Legends Spider-Shot, I'm going to give this figure 2.5 out of 5. Right slap bang in the middle. Just like Bill Alfonso, daddy, right down the middle. He's not a bad figure, but there really isn't much that they could have done with this character without going beyond what you would expect from a Marvel Legend. So this guy looks nice. He's kind of striking. He looks badass when he's posed next to the highly articulated Black Widow. That's a really cool combination. Put him with any other sort of Punisher, Deadpool-style gun-firing mercenary type characters. He does look really, really cool. But as far as a standalone action figure is concerned, it's pretty basic. You're not going to be heartbroken if you can't get your hands on him. But if you do happen to find him, maybe at a little bit of a sneaky discount, then that would be good. Paying full price for this, I'm like, only if you're a massive Spider-Shot fan. And if you are, God bless you. And gang, that does it for my review. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you got to do. You got to join the 6-1 Clicks. All right? You know what that does? It means you hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and I don't know, the algorithm magically likes it. Do you? Do you like that? Do you like that YouTube algorithm? Have I appeased you? Have I appeased you? Will you put me on the front page again, please, YouTube algorithm? They never put me on the front page. I check the stats. I check the analytics, YouTube. I know you're trying to bury me. Well, you can't bury model behavior. Not with Spider Shot. All right? Me and Spider Shot, we're going straight to the top, Jerry Maguire style. Just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Also, you know what I love about Marvel Legends? I just threw him on my bag down there. If it was a Mayfex or a Mezco, I'd be like, oh, for the love of criminy. No, treat him with kid gloves. Marvel Legends, boo, toss him, kick him, chuck him in the air, hit the ground, still in one piece. Say what you will about Marvel Legends, but they're hardy little buggers, and I appreciate that. So gang, thank you for watching, and until next time. Oh, for the sake of this character, I will say goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang! That's a Kenny Omega reference. If you don't know, now you know. Go watch AEW.
Cup of coffee, big time coffee.